Hey guys, what is up? It is Dimokre Chronicles, otherwise known as Marissa. Hello. Please feel free to subscribe, share, and like. And of course, comment. I like to hear from you. And if you have any requests or suggestions or comments or anything like that, feel free to comment below and then I can respond. So yeah, with that said, let's get on to the video, which is we are making a Dimokre Chronicles jacket. This is just going to be a fun little video because I doubt that you guys will actually want to do it, so it's not really a tutorial so much, just kind of watch me suffer. So the materials that you will need are sponges, fabric paint. I'm using all of the rainbow plus black, white, glow in the dark, and brown, paint brushes, and of course a jean jacket. I will leave the link to the paint and the jacket below if you guys want to check it out. And here is a sketch that I did that I will be loosely basing my creation on. Okay, so the first thing that we're doing is I am painting the pockets. So if you guys haven't read my book yet, what are you doing? Get on that, obviously. But I am painting Huntress's amulet. Leave a comment below about what you think the Huntress's amulet does. I am also not a patient person, so you'll see me using my hairdryer a lot. I'm getting the paint to dry a little bit faster. So I'm dumb and for some reason didn't paint the whole background. I thought it'd be kind of cool to like get the jean jacket to show through, but spoiler alert, it just looks stupid when you do that. So if you guys are wanting to do this with your own book or your own creation or your own design, whatever, definitely recommend doing the whole background first and then doing whatever you're doing on top. So there's the reference and my painting beside it. We're kind of going a little bit back in time as I recorded all of these out of order. And we're doing Sarah's sword. I'm throwing up a reference picture of Sarah's sword. And yeah, there she is in all her beautiful glory. Okay, so now we're doing Iscariot's staff. I have no idea who this person is on the reference picture. Yeah, this one was really hard for me to paint because I've only drawn it once. And that was just the design period, so I drew, erased a lot. So now we're doing a Firefox amulet, which is actually Kyle's. It was Lynette's, which is his mom, but now it's Kyle's. So I had a lot of excess blue, so I just smudged it there, but now I'm covering it with the actual background that I want. This background was really difficult for me to make. I think it took me like probably 30 minutes at least to finally create a background that I liked, and then I overpainted. I painted an area that was way too big for the amulet, so then I had to use the background colors again to kind of erase it, so to speak. Now we're zooming in and we are getting real pixelated and personal. But basically I'm trying to show you guys all of the little details in this amulet. So that's what it looks like finished. And those are both of the pockets and the stupid pocket flaps. I had a lot of excess orange for the back, so I just kind of smeared it on. And I'm not actually really wasting the paint. It's, if you don't know this already, fabric is real thirsty. So if you're trying to paint something, chances are it's just going to soak that color in, and you're not going to have it really as vibrant as it normally would be. Now I'm trying to paint the background. I used the dragon background, and now I'm trying to paint Huntress's castle. Oh, if you've noticed my beautiful palette, it's a frisbee. I don't do the outdoors, so when someone gave me a frisbee, I was like, I mean, I'll use it, but it's not going to be for frisbee. Oh, whoa, that was a really bright white towel with all of those paint streaks. Now I'm just doing the details on Huntress's windows. I made a lot of mistakes in the sky and decided to cover all of that up because that's disgusting. I still don't really love the trees. I'm usually a lot better at the trees, but I was tired and just wanted to be done. For some reason, I made a lot of mistakes on the right side of the jacket. You can see all the green and black smudges. And like, I hardly made any mistakes on the left side, which is good for the left, awful for the right, and for my perfectionism. I started painting the moon, and then I realized that it looked stupid because I hooked it way too much. So then I kind of like smeared it around to kind of create like a smoky cloud effect. And then I painted just a full moon. I painted some snow on the trees, and I decided that I hated that. So I'm basically undoing that. Okay, now it's time for the Dimokre Chronicles. Gotta have my book series title down there. I used a gel pen to write Dimokre Chronicles on there, just so that way I would have like a rough idea where I wanted the letters to be. So I painted white underneath, first of all, to create like a light background that the gold could easily cover. I do not have gold fabric paint, I just have gold regular paint, and I didn't really care enough to like get actual gold fabric paint. And then I painted gold metallic paint. So that way, if the gold paint chips off or whatever, there'll still be actual fabric paint that will be underneath it, so you can actually at least see the title. Then I decided that I made a lot of mistakes in the gold, and I also didn't really like the water, so I repainted it. If you make a lot of mistakes like I do, it's probably likely that you're not going to need to like cover the fabric with paint, because you'll just make a lot of mistakes anyway, so you'll just cover it up. But you know, for extra paint that you had, it was nice to like cover it up, especially because this area was just so huge and so thirsty that I had to redo it a whole lot. Anyway, so now I'm making stencils for paw prints. I'm doing fox prints and wolf prints. And then I had the unfortunate step of cutting it out. I'm using a piece of cardboard from a random box to act as a cutting board so I don't so I don't harm the painting on my jacket below it. So yeah, the fox is done. Now I'm cutting out the stupid wolf print. I really did not like this part. This part was my least favorite. If you make a mistake cutting it out, you can just use tape to cover up whatever you accidentally cut off. Now I finally got the bright idea to actually like move my camera closer. My tripod is literally like on my jacket right now. So I'm just using alternating fox and wolf paw prints for the two cuffs, and also for the main part of the jacket's hem. For the jacket's hem, I did a little different thing. You'll see that later. But pretty much all I'm doing is just fox and then wolf and then fox and then wolf, etc. I didn't record all of it because I figured that it was boring. It's probably already boring. But I tried. I really like it where YouTubers like record the whole process. I was really sad because I accidentally smudged that jacket with my finger. You can see that little black dot. I was so sad. So now I'm a little nervous about the, I guess, integrity of my stencils. They're kind of falling apart because they're just paper. Actually, I think they're cardstock, but like, cardstock can only take so much movement and liquid before it starts falling apart. So I had some extra white paint. So I'm just kind of drawing or painting the fox and the wolf faces, and now I'm actually doing the wolf painting because I still had gray and black around. I had a lot of neutral colors now in my palette that were excess, so I was able to use up all of it to build the wolf's face. And I wanted it to be really splotchy, because I knew I wasn't good at painting wolves. wolves. So I just kind of made it like extra little cartoony and splotchy, because Bob Ross I am not. So for the back I wanted to alternate it, but I didn't want to use my specific spacing technique before. And if you're wondering what spacing technique were you using before, that's a very good question. And I wasn't really using one. But this one I kind of like centered it on the back instead. So now I'm painting over the white. So here's just some random pictures with the wolf and the fox stencil, and then the wolf face once it's finished, and then fox face once it's finished. You can tell like one little orange blob on the tip of his ear is not quite finished drying, but I like don't care. Here's the whole front, and here's the wolf side of the front hem, and then here's the fox side of the front hem. And then here is the final version. So if you really liked that video, please give us a comment and subscribe. Ring that bell so you get notifications. And if you have any requests or suggestions or anything like that, feel free to comment below. I promise I do not bite. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!